Now this picture has been scanned in as an RGB color photo, even though it is black and white. This is because I want to use the color information in the file to add color to the picture. If you're not in RGB color, i.e. you've got a grayscale picture, then you can easily convert the picture by going to Image and Increase Color Depth and then selecting RGB 8 bits per channel. And as you can see, it's grayed out here because my picture is already in color. And for the next bit, we're going to actually paint on the picture, and I would recommend you use a pressure sensitive graphics tablet, and this will make hand coloring any picture a lot easier. So let's select the paintbrush, and using our tablet now we can actually click on a green. If I start painting over the leaves, you'll see it's actually hiding over all the detail of the leaves themselves, so I don't particularly want that. So we go to Edit, Undo Paintbrush. What we've got to do is actually change the blend mode, which can be found up here on the options bar, and we'll select color. Now the only thing that's going to be affected this time is the color, so we'll just paint over there, but as you can see it's still looking a bit bright and garish. So let's Edit, Undo Paintbrush, and what I want to do is set my pen pressure sensitivity up. So we go to View, Palettes, and we'll choose Brush Variants, and now I can select the options associated with my graphics tablet, and I'm actually just going to change the saturation to pressure. And the other thing we can do now is go up to the materials palette and choose a better green. So let's go to our swatches, and I've actually defined a green there, but it's easy to define any color you like. So you just create a new swatch by clicking on the Create New Swatch and give it a unique name. So we'll call this one green, say 4, and click OK. And now I can choose a green that I particularly like, so that one there. We click OK, and it's actually added it to your swatches list. In fact, it's highlighted there, so we'll click on that to make it active there, and now we can just paint in, and by varying the brush pressure we can actually increase the saturation, or if we do a very light stroke we decrease the saturation. So it's going to be a little bit of a long task actually just painting in, and what you want to avoid is actually doing block colors the way I've just done it here now. So just vary the pen pressure slightly throughout just to give it a little bit more texture here. Now it's going to take a little bit of practice to get this right, just to add a little bits here and there so we get shading as well, and on this side as well this will be slightly darker. We can use a different green here just to vary a darkening background on there. In fact, there's no reason why you can't actually paint over this section here with a new green as well, so you can just put lots of different shades within the same area. And if you go over the picture you'll see that you're just adding to the tone. The actual image area is not being affected, it's only the colouring. Now we can also paint the girl's dress, so I'm going to choose a blue for this and just do a nice light strokes on there. If it's getting too heavy then just lighten the strokes a little bit. Now it's going to take quite a while to do all this, so you just have to work your way around. If you haven't got a graphics tablet you can actually vary the opacity and use your mouse, so by taking the opacity down say 46 you can just add in very subtle shades there. I just want to add a little bit of gold onto this table here there. That's nice, and we can vary the brush size as well by holding down the Alt key and then moving your pen up and down. Areas like this here where we've gone over slightly, we can just zoom in on that and we'll choose another color, and by painting over there you're actually just overwriting that color, so nothing is actually being destroyed on there. That's a little bit strong, but you get the general idea of it, and we hand color the picture. Another way, I'll just revert this one back to its original settings again, is actually create new layers, and I'm going to turn off the pressure on this and just use normal, because I'm actually going to use the opacity even with a graphics tablet. So now we're going to create a new layer, new raster layer, and we'll call this one trees. Say OK, and now just pick up my green, and I'm just going to paint on this new layer here on the trees. That's it. We'll zoom out a little bit so you can see exactly what's going on. This has also started to block out the background, and the reason behind that is because my layers blending mode also needs to be set to color. So we set that to color, and there you see the detail coming back in again. Oh, the nice thing about using layers is that you can make adjustments all the way through, and if I want to now create another layer, new raster layer on top of that, and we'll call that trees 2. And we can set the blend mode from here as well, so we'll go to blend mode there, and now I can just add in bits on there. So this is actually a much better way of working than painting over the original image, because any bits that do go wrong, we can actually just use the eraser brush and just rub out bits there and then repaint them back in again. And then we can create a new layer for every element in the picture, like the girl's dress, the face, the table, the background, the carpet, etc. It will take a considerable amount of time, but the results will be well worth it.